Real Madrid's defense is embarrassing. Like, they have been absolutely atrocious. At the start of the season, I could have never imagined that this season would be this bad. We are going trophyless this season. You know how insane that is? Like, sure, we've won 2 trophies, but those trophies were based off last year's merits. This season alone, we've won no trophies and we don't deserve anything. I have never seen a more lost group of players in my life. Like, usually we have individual brilliance that, always bails us out. But this time, our individual brilliance couldn't even bail us out the whole season because our defense was so bad. And don't get me wrong, our midfield was bad and our attackers were bad, except Mbappe. But the standout worst one is the defense. I know we've had injuries, but even without the injuries, we were bad. Like, our defensive structure is horrible. And once the injuries were there, everything just got 10 times worse. If Courtois wasn't the best goalie in the world, our season would have been the worst Real Madrid season of all time. That's how bad our defense is. Like, let's break it down. Carvajal is arguably the best right back in the world. At least over the span of the last 10 years, he has been the best right back in the world, in my opinion. But his backup is Lucas Vazquez. I love Lucas Vazquez. He's been a great player for Madrid, but he's atrocious at right back. How is a right winger our backup right back? And like 90% of the goals we concede are on Lucas Vazquez's side. He has no defensive IQ. And I know he's horrible, but it's not even his fault. It's our board's fault, and it's Ancelotti's fault. Like, why would our board only rely on Carvajal and Lucas Vazquez? Carvajal is 33 years old. Expecting him not to get injured is insane. And expecting a right winger to be his backup, it's even more insane. Like, how can we not invest in any backup right back? And for Ancelotti, there could be no way we have no one in the academy who is at least as good as Lucas Vazquez. At least a right back has more defensive IQ. Why can't we get him from the academy? On top of that, why can't Asensio play right back? Why can't Valverde play right back? There's things we can do to not have Lucas Vazquez at right back. Yet we don't do anything. It just force him there and concede goals every single time. And now for the center backs. At the start of the season, we had 3 first-team center backs, Alaba, Rudiger, and Militao. 2 of them, Alaba and Militao, suffered ACL injuries in the past year. So that's an obvious issue, right? And the club knew, which is why they went to try and get Lenny Yoro. And they didn't end up getting him. But after that, they just gave up on trying to get a center back. Like, if we know we need a center back and we try to get one but it fails, why don't we try to get another one? Why did we give up? If I remember correctly, Hummels was a free agent. Like, we could have gotten him. Anyone. We just needed a center back. But we didn't get one. And look what happened. Alaba has been injured on and off for the past 2 years. He's barely played the game. Militao tore his ACL again. So we've been running Rudiger into the ground. Our only fit center back is Rudiger, and we've been running him into the ground. We got Asensio to play, and he's been great. But for the first 6 months, 7 months, but Ancelotti didn't trust him, so we had to play Tchouaméni as center back. And then in the winter transfer window, we knew we needed a center back, but we didn't get one. We didn't even try. So we just kept running Rudiger into the ground. So now, our only fit center back is Asensio. And that's literally up to the board. It's just their fault. The team planning has been horrible. The club knew relying on Alaba and Militao was a bad idea, and they didn't do anything about it. After the failed attempt to get Euro, they just gave up and said, whatever happens, happens, and look where that got us. And now for our left backs. Mendy has always been a decent left back. He's never been like great, but he's always been decent and solid. But the past few years, Mendy has been really bad. Like the past 2 years, he's not been good. He's just really a bad attacking liability. He's solid in defense, but attacking, he's just doesn't do anything, and that's bad. Fran Garcia is the opposite. He's a pretty good attacker, but defensively, he's just not good. At least not up to the standards. And even if Mendy goes to play a couple good games, he just always gets injured. He's become very injury prone, and honestly, it's time we move on. Mendy is good for what he is, but it's gotten to a point where we need a good starting left back. And Fran Garcia would be a great backup like he is right now, but he should not be the one starting games. Both Real Madrid left backs are not up to the quality that Real Madrid needs for their starting left back. And that just is what it is. But the overall defensive structure is just bad. And that's all up to Ancelotti. Like, I don't care how bad the players are, how many players we don't have or do have. At the end of the day, if we're defensively well structured and we have a solid plan, we should defend well. but we just don't. Our defense just crumbles. It seems like Ancelotti has no game plan for it. Like, our defense has been bad since day one of the season, and nothing has changed. We just continue to get smoked. The squad needed more planning. The board needs to wake up. But at the end of the day, if you're not defensively solid, then it's up to Ancelotti to mitigate the issues. And he just hasn't done that all season. I don't know what they do in training, but practicing how to defend is not one of those things. Like, Ancelotti's philosophy has always been a hands-off approach and let the players do what they want to do. But this season, our team needed a structure. And he could not offer that, which is why he's getting sacked, which is why Xabi Alonso's coming in, because he offers that for this team. Our defense has glaring issues, and I hope the board finally wakes up and gets some new players in. We need a new left back. We need a new young center back. And luckily for right back, we're going to have Trent Alexander-Arnold next season, so that's good. Carvajal is up there in age, so having someone younger now starting in front of him is good. But that also makes no space for Lucas Vazquez. And as much as I love him, I think it's time for him to go. Carvajal has always been great, but after a torn ACL, and he's going to be 34 next year, I think getting Trent in now is a good idea. So I'm glad we got him. So yeah, these are my opinions on Real Madrid's defense after conceding 16 goals to Barcelona in 4 games this season. Like, saying it out loud is absolutely crazy. How we lost to them 4 times in a row is not acceptable. And I hope our board uses this as a wake-up call and realizes we cannot allow this to happen again. This was embarrassing. We can't just rely on free signings and then signing world star midfielders and attackers. We need a solid defensive core if we want to win anything. Courtois cannot keep bailing us out for the lack of defensive structure we have. But yeah, those are my opinions. Thank you for watching. If you agree or disagree with anything I said, leave it in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video.